What advice would you give to a guy who's about to have sex for the first time? Sex is supposed to be fun for both partners. If one of you isn't having fun, stop or slow down, because you're missing the point. Do not use Vaseline-like things, also water, creams, on condom. Use lubricant gel. Don't get so nervous that you forget to take the condom off when you finish only to have it fall out of your shorts and plop on the floor at 7 to 11 while you're getting celebratory Slurpees for you and your girl. Wash your junk. This goes for everyone. Cut your fingernails. It's nothing like masturbating. In a way that's better or worse. Both, depending, it's just different. Sex with another person means you aren't in charge of every single movement or sensation, like you are with masturbation. Depending on how it's going, you may love how it feels or wish you could adjust the feeling but aren't quite sure how. Enter new positions, new rhythms, etc. It takes time to figure out exactly what you both like, just like it took time to become the master of your domain. Very old masturbation joke from Seinfeld. I'm aging myself. Don't be mad about finishing quick, it happens, especially your first time. Listen to your partner. If they say just like that, don't switch it up. Trim your nails. Wash your hands. Use them gently. If you are on top in missionary position, please support your own weight with your elbows. Thank you. Don't think too hard. Not coming or coming too fast during your first sex is perfectly normal and shouldn't be embarrassed about it. It took me 6 months after losing my virginity to come for the first time, during sex. Some might wish for delayed ejaculation, but I promise you, it is not fun at all. We are still together 6 years later and having great sex now though, so it can and does get better for anyone else who is struggling with it. Foreplay is important. Consider foreplay an essential part of sex. Putting it in isn't the beginning, it's somewhere in the middle. Laugh it off when things are funny or go wrong. My absolute number 1. 2 bodies can make some damn funny sounds. Be gentler than you've seen in porn, especially if it's the other person's first time too. Unless they ask you not to be LOL if one of you can't finish, that's fine, there's always next time, and that's not the only thing it's about anyway. Manage your expectations. It's not a contest. The first time you drove a car you may have made some rookie errors, but look at you now, you're fine. Porn is very fake and unrealistic. Real people don't tend to fuck like that. You're not completing a checklist. You're having a real, human experience. It feels better when you are relaxed. Shower first. Make sure it's that random kid's mom from Xbox 360 like 10 years ago. I'm a girl. And I would say, don't be embarrassed if you come quick. Most of the time we really don't mind so long as you get us off afterwards. And that is not as difficult as you'd think. Just ask the girl what she likes and do what she says. Be safe. Don't be embarrassed. Most people's first times are quick and might not go as planned. Just talk to your partner and take your time. Find what you like and how you like it. Sex is meant to be enjoyed. The opening is lower than you think, about 1 inch or 2 from the booty hole. Clit. Use condoms. Take it slow. Go for sensual and think about the other person's needs. Also don't neglect foreplay, and pay attention to when it's time to transition. 98% of what you've seen in porn is not real. Slow the fuck down, use lube, and communicate without talking too much. The goal should be both people have fun. If you see any non-verbal cues that your partner is uncomfortable, then ask what you can do differently to help them feel good. But don't be so focused on their pleasure exclusively. You both should be having a good time together. Oh, and don't stop means do exactly the same thing you're doing. It does not mean go faster. Take your time. It's not a mad dash to Jizzville. Relax, don't do it when you wanna come to it. Relax, don't do it when you wanna come. Frankie Goes to Hollywood 1. Relax 2. Don't overthink it. Shyness, embarrassment, anxiety, excitement, etc. 3. Relax 4. Pay attention and listen to partner's body movement, breathing, moans. Communication in sex is key, very important to the best sex. Not everyone is vocal or if newbie not aware of what they like. So pay attention to other signs. 5. Be respectful. be playful, be prepared, lube, condoms. 6. Pace yourself, breathe, look up tantric, change up positions during, especially to last longer. Pulling it out to switch up will buy you some time. Have fun. P.S. Always strive to be attentive, giving, and fun. You want them to want to come back, tell their friends it was amazing as opposed to horrible. Why in the absolute fuck is shower not higher on this thread? Make sure to wear a tactical Nerf vest. Some bitted 2 hours ago. Well, I guess you done it twice now. Sex is a moment you share with someone, not something you do to someone. Sex should not be about hitting a target, i.e. coming. It should be about the process. Getting the big O will happen naturally if you enjoy the process. If you've watched porn before, you see how there's hardly any enjoyment of the act. It's all very robotic, as if they were going through a checklist. Okay guys, let's get fingering. Then we will go for 2 seconds of her getting 8, then blowjob, then this, then that. They almost all seem like the same video. As a result, a vast majority of men in their 20s have no idea how to please their partner, and it's because they don't get in touch with each other. It almost seems more like they're following a WikiHow list on how to have sex and, maybe, finish. It's your first time, so you may do a lot better than you think, or just okay. I guarantee you there are way too many men out there who've slept with 10 plus women who haven't given most of them an orgasm. So don't feel self-conscious. The fact that you want to learn is already awesome. I guarantee you that if you actually enjoy the process without rushing, and you actually enjoy her body, not just her private areas, she will enjoy it before it even begins. Also remember that foreplay begins outside the bedroom. Open the door for her, make her smile, etc. Make her feel beautiful. Take your time with the foreplay, do not bite her nipples, and don't press too hard or too fast on the clit like you're mad at it. Saving this for when I finally have sex. Do not come in your hand and throw it like a web while humming the Spider-Man theme. Just don't. 1. Lie down. 2. Try not to come. 3. Come a lot. Don't be embarrassed if you only last under a minute the first time. Just say sorry, and if you're a teenager you will bounce back in about 10 minutes. Foreplay is important, especially if it is her first time and is nervous. Real important. If she says she's close or almost there, keep doing exactly what you've been doing. Most guys see that as a signal to start ponding her like a jackrabbit. You don't want to lose your rhythm. Unless she asks you to go faster, that is. Ask questions. What's your favorite color? Make sure you start with your head between her thighs. I tried this and we got thrown out of the cinema. Lock the door if it's happening in your childhood bedroom or hers. Siblings get curious. If you finish quickly, don't just stop all sexual activity. Pleasure her some more. Don't penetrate her unless you have already engaged in foreplay, and then you might get hard pretty quickly in time for a second round, which will likely last longer. Sex doesn't just end when the guy ejaculates. Don't do anything you've seen in porn. Communicate. Don't be weird and silent. Make the noises you're feeling. It'll make her feel better. See, communicate. It's okay if you finish immediately or not at all. Happens. Make it up to her by being generous with your mouth. Wear a condom. Don't forget to get your balls in. Take a shit before getting penetrated. Don't overthink it and just have fun. I know it sounds so used, but I do recommend it because sex IRL is far different from porn vids. Pay some attention to the neck, the small of the back, the inner thighs. For God's sake, don't jump right from tits to clit. Ramp up slowly. Tell the other person it's your first time. Try to take a shower together before. Always bring your own condoms. Foreplay is important, especially to help girls get lubricated. Know that you will probably come very early. Your job is to make the other person have an orgasm and vice versa. So keep your focus on the other person. Have a pee at least 30 minutes later. Helps keep the equipment clean. And a tip for when you have more experience that works for me. Instead of trying not to come or delay it, train yourself to keep erect after you come. Then you can just change the condom and get back into action. In my experience, my wife can have multi-orgasms way after I come. So using this approach you can have a very satisfied/exhausted partner. Have fun. It's supposed to be fun for two. Wear a Johnny, I don't care how good you think it is without. Wear a Johnny. You'll save yourself a lot of money. Let her ride your face. There is no better sensory experience than that. I mean, if you're halfway competent it will be good for her, and put her in charge, but it's a selfish pleasure as a guy to just let a girl go to town on you like that. Am I going to smother you? Don't know, don't care. Climb on up, Cindy. Above all else, focus on pleasing your partner. Serving her is the best way to get a repeat that's good for both of you. You don't always have to fuck her hard. When you eat out a girl, start like you're a butterfly and end like a bulldog eating oatmeal. Wear a condom. You're going to be terrible. Don't let it both you. Don't do that thing you see in porn. Porn is not real. Not even the ones titled real. Ask your partner what feels good and constantly check in with them to make sure they're okay. Asking stuff like "Does this feel good?" is really helpful. Smiley face. Communicate with your partner about how you feel too. If your partner is trying to pleasure you but they're doing it wrong and it hurts, let them know and help them fix what they're doing. Don't be embarrassed. Sex is something that can be awkward or stupid or funny, so being with a partner you really trust, especially for your first time, is important. The first time giving my boyfriend a hand job I couldn't stop laughing and being awkward about it, but we just moved past it without making stuff weird. Find someone like that who'll understand if you're nervous or awkward. Smiley face. Consent is important before sex and during sex. Constantly check in with your partner and try to make sure they still want sex during it. And don't be upset if they say no or don't want to. They have a right to say no. The same goes for you as well. If you don't want to do something or you're not in the mood anymore, say so. If your partner doesn't respect that, then that's entirely a them problem. Aftercare is really important too. After you both finish. Aftercare is a really important part and honestly my favorite part too. It doesn't have to be anything major, just some cuddles or helping them get dressed again. There are a lot of different ways to do aftercare, so find what works best for you and your partner. Sex is not like it seems in porn at all. Setting a safe word might help, regardless if it's gentle first time sex or rougher stuff. Sometimes your partner or you might be afraid to say no, so setting a simple safe you can say if things get to be too much or painful is smart. You're going to be bad at it, and that's okay. You'll get better. Don't be afraid to communicate with your partner and ask what works for them. 1. Use protection. 2. Communicate with your partner. 3. Since you and another person have decided to get intimate, realize it's a safe space. If things don't go according to plan, talk about it. Finishing too soon or too late, etc. 4. Just as anything in life, it's a skill you're going to have to learn. Don't expect some recreation of a movie you once saw. Realistically, it's going to look closer to two seals slamming against each other. 5. Have fun. Eat her before you stick her. Otherwise you should be playing outside for at least 20 minutes before attempting any kind of penetration, even digital. Wear condoms. Just one at a time though. Please, for the love of God, wash your dick. Be thorough. Fart as many times as possible. Before, during, or after. That's for you to decide, just don't forget to hold her head under the covers. Most important thing to know, forget everything you ever saw on porn. Most women have had a partner who emulates what they've seen in porn and it's just awful. Gentle is the key until you know each other better. When you touch her intimately, imagine you are touching your own eyelid as gently as possible. Ask for feedback. Ask what he/she wants. A lot. Ask, is this okay? A lot. The best sex I've ever had was very chatty with a lot of laughter. It is absolutely the best plan to tell them that you are inexperienced and let them take the lead. It'll be better for you, too. You can switch up lead roles in future. It's fine to take the pressure off yourself for a while at first. Good luck and have fun. Get off Reddit before she puts her clothes back on. It's not the same as porn, mate. Focus on foreplay. You'll straight up have more fun. It's your first time so it'll probably be all uncoordinated and awkward, but that's okay. Like I said, that's why you're gonna lick her up real good. Warm her up. Don't just go straight in. It'll take a while to actually get in past the head if you don't. Don't use the porn you have seen as a guideline. Just do what comes natural. Emotions and sex are often intertwined. You may catch feelings and she doesn't, and vice versa. The worst thing that happened to me in my entire life was I wasn't mentally prepared and mature enough for what that entailed. Don't ask Reddit.